Yeah, I'm sure he wants to be around his teammates. He's been putting the work in. We weren't sure how was going to come along, but good to see him back out there. That's the medical team's return to play protocol, and that's always step one, get around your teammates. So we'll see how he progresses from there, how he reacts to today.
Still the same timeline out this week.
Yeah, he won't play this week. To the best of my knowledge, that's what I was told. So, but, having him out in the ice obviously is a positive step. We'll see where it leads.
Petrangelo looks closer.
Yeah, Petro skated today, was off yesterday, maintenance that was planned. We'll see about tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get an update today here in a minute, see how he does in the morning, and he could be available. I'm not saying he will be, but he could be.
Going from Edmonton and now you got another tough opponent tomorrow, the way that they've been playing this year, even though they've had some success, but they continue to be.
Listen, they're a very good team. They've had consistency all year, up and down. They've scored. They've kept the puck out of their net. Their power play is similar to ours. It's very dangerous. Really not a lot of weaknesses on that team. We tend to play them well for whatever reason, so hopefully that's the case again tomorrow. I thought last night, in second period, we'd let the game get away from us a little bit, so we got to make sure tomorrow there's ebbs and flows in the game. When it starts to go their way, that we put the brakes on as quickly as possible, because they're dangerous offensively, like Edmonton. So that's will be our challenge. Because I'm sure we'll play well. It's just for how long, right? You got to get closer and closer to that 60 minutes. And last night it was 40, 45, and ended up not being enough.
Kind of this day of practice is out of the ordinary. You're practicing a team of arena, having picture day, not being a CNA. What is this day like for the team, given it's really unlike any other through the season?
Well, it's kind of cool to be down here practicing, because we never do it. Sometimes in the playoffs, it's mandated. But at the end of the day, it just happens to come in a very intense part of our schedule. So we have to make a decision, something different, where we all go out, or do we, get the appropriate rest for certain guys? And we chose the latter, but it's still, it's still nice to be down here, getting everyone involved, the organization. I think it's kind of a cool thing they do. They bring out all the employees for the team picture. That doesn't happen everywhere. I think it's a nice kind of memory for the people that are behind the scenes, so I'm glad they do it that way.
What do you remember about conversations with Pavel during the playoffs last year? Obviously, you wanted to get in the lineup.
Well, I don't remember a lot, because we went with other people, and we put him in Dallas. I do remember that, and it's fast and it's heavy, and at first, is that fair or not? But sometimes that's the hand you're dealt, right? If you're not in every day and have the luxury of ramping up, so to speak, and that's where we were at in the decision we made. I think it had a lot to do with probably Thomas's health, to be perfectly honest with you. Late in the year, he's turning a corner, and that shouldn't be the case this year. He'll go right in and live it, and that's what you have to do. That's just part of the process of becoming a better NHL player and a playoff type player. You got to get in there and live it, and realize it's going to be harder. There's less room. Players check better, harder, and that'll be the challenge for him. But so the conversation was probably as simple as that. It's going to be harder, so you're going to have to work for your ice, and it was nothing against him. We just made a decision to put other players that have been there. We had a team that we returned a lot of players that won, so they knew it. This year, that's not the case. He's separated himself from day one from some guys here. So whether we had all the returning guys or not, I know I'm getting long, he'd be in, right? He's just a better player in those areas too. In traffic, it's not a regular season. While he excels he's excelled against everybody in terms of being able to play the same game every night, and hopefully that translates to April and May and June.
He's gotten into a handful of pushing matches where someone will push him, he pushes back. What does it say about him?
Well, I think he's more comfortable in his own skin in terms of the physicality part. Some of that's maturing as a man, right? That happens to younger guys. They just feel more comfortable in the league. Then there's a part, he knows what our team makeup is, right? He knows that he's not out there on his own. He's not on an island if these things happen. Play your game. We got your back. If it ends up being a guy that's a little feistier, but in general, I think it's just the confidence level of his play on the ice and his ability to function in those environments. Because there is scrums, there's going to the net, there's the stick stuff, the little pushes here and there, and you just got to get comfortable with that as you get more comfortable in the league. Some guys come right in and are fine with that, but he's a skill guy. That's not his game, but he's learning that's part of it, and to not just take it and give a little bit, and It'd be fine.
What is picture day? So who do you think is the most photogenic guy on the team?
Gary Lawless, is he in there? I would say it's got to be Carly, right? He has the hair, and so I'm guessing. I don't know. I guess when the picture comes out, we'll have a vote.
I don't know if I should feel insulted or
I'm
complimented
just trying to get a
because
laugh
it's
at your expense. That's actually, I apologize. That's actually not a good thing to do. I've learned that.
Please don't
But while you're here to my left, I figured, yeah, probably. I'm guessing Carly. I mean, he's got the hair and he's got the look, so we'll see.
You're not contending for it.
Me, no. Those days are over. I had a great mullet. You can look it up. In about 87, 88, I might have been in the running, but not anymore.
Bruce, we're a week out from the Masters. We got the field here. Do you want to give us a pick or two? Who do you like?
I will tell you that I think impressed by Scheffler finding his game last weekend. How many picks do I get?
As many as you'd like.
Well, I don't want that's kind of cheesy. So I'm wondering about Schauffele, who started slow. I think he had a surgery, but I think he's a sneaky good pick, to be honest with you. He seems to rise up in these. Aberg, the young hotshot, hasn't been great this year. I'm going to try to look for an underdog here that could come out of nowhere, and I would go with. Where is he here? I'm looking for him. Let me keep working. Oh, DeChambeau is always a wild card. I haven't seen much what's going on with him. And Sepp Straka. I'm going to say he's my underdog. I think he's one of the next young guys I think is going to pop.
I was going to say, is Rory considered an underdog since he hasn't?
No, Rory's not an underdog. Rory's going to win it sooner or later. As this year, maybe he's playing well.